Ready?
Open that up and ran.
Good evening and welcome to the Common Council meeting for January 9th, 2024. Roll call, please, Tim.
Tauschik.
Here.
Herman's not here. Matzdorf.
Here.
Gilson.
Here.
Hildebrand.
Here.
Pankwitz.
Here.
Shilsky.
Here.
Nelson.
Here.
Let the record show we have a quorum. Next is a pledge. Please stand.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Next item on the agenda is the consent agenda. Chair will entertain a motion to approve.
Motion to approve consent agenda. I'll second the motion.
We have a first and a second. Any discussion? Roll call, please, Tim.
Nelson.
Yes.
Hildebrand.
Yes.
Matzdorf.
Yes.
Pankwitz.
Yes.
Tauschik.
Yes.
Shilsky.
Yes.
Gilson.
Yes.
Motion carried. Thank you. Item 4 is the audience portion where we ask people to be signed in and recognized by the chair. Tonight, no one signed in, to no surprise with the snowstorm. We always do encourage people to stop in and tell us what's on their mind. Item 5 is not needed. No items were removed from the consent agenda. Item 6, new business. Item A, approval of ATC Plymouth Abandoned Design Agreement. Tim, you want to give us a summary on that, please?
Sure, I'll give a brief summary. So, as you know, over the past year, we've been working with A&R Pipeline Company and TC Energy on a new substation project in the town of Mitchell. So in the past month, we have worked with the town of Mitchell and got the substation site and conditional use permit approved. So that was approved in December of 2023. Way back in December of 2022, we did have a substation agreement approved with A&R. Then in July 2023, we did approve a project reimbursement agreement with A&R. Basically, those costs that are passed along from us, from ATC. ATC is American Transmission Company, so they built the large transmission lines that energize and power the substation. Those costs are sort of passed through from TC Energy to us, to ATC. So there's mention in that agreement of those costs passing through. What we didn't know at that time is exact costs for individual elements of the project. It is A&R's request to have this substation completed by the end of 2025. And to expedite this process, ATC needs to design and engineer both lines at the same time. Basically, ATC has to propose 2 routes to the transmission routes to the substation. They then only select one of those, but if they're able to design both routes, that will shave time off. So A&R Pipeline Company has agreed to cover those costs, which are outlined in the attached agreement. Those costs total $1.2 million. So for that, and that's a not to exceed work from ATC. So Plymouth will be paying ATC, and then A&R will be paying Plymouth to cover those costs. Staff does recommend approval of the agreement subject to a MOU from A&R highlighting these costs, so we are under a clear understanding that this is the amount that's going to be reimbursed to Plymouth. And our attorney with Boardman Clark is on board with this and help negotiate these agreements. Happy
Good.
to answer any questions.
Thank you. Chair will entertain a motion so we can discuss.
I'll move that we approve the agreement with ATC.
I'll second. Master.
We have a first and a second. Any discussion? Clerk will call the roll, please.
Matzdorf.
Yes.
Shilsky.
Yes.
Pankwitz.
Yes.
Gilson.
Yes.
Nelson.
Yes.
Tauschik.
Yes.
Hildebrand.
Yes.
Motion carried. Thank you. Moving on to item B, approval of pedestrian crossing rapid flashing beacon signs. Director Austin has a summary for us.
So as part of the 2024 budget, their dollars were allocated for one flashing beacon. So those are the pedestrian signs with the flashing light. They're push button activated, so they're only activated when someone's actively trying to cross. So we only had one in the budget. Since the budget approval, we did have that pedestrian accident on South Street and Eastern Avenue. So following that incident, the Public Safety Committee met, and they are recommending to council that we purchase 2 sets of these crossings, kind of as a pilot. There probably are other crossings that would warrant this. We're not there yet. But we would start with these 2 on Eastern Avenue. So it'd be on South Street crossing, and then at the North Bruntons crossing, so that's right by Piggly Wiggly. These on Eastern Avenue was also recommended that they make them where there's actually a spotlight that'll shine down on the crossing, and that also only shines when the button is pushed, so to help with visibility at night, since Eastern Avenue is fairly wide. So we have $15,000 in the budget, in the capital budget. The signs alone are about just shy of $23,000. But there's gonna be additional costs for the footings and probably some curb cut modifications at those come the springtime. So I'm proposing, the language is a little bit, would be that the 15,000 for the one crossing and probably about 15,000 for that additional crossing. So we would be using 15,000 of the contingency funds for 2024, or up to probably, we might not hit that amount. So I'm asking the council, right, to approve the rapid flashing beacons quote from TAPCO for $22,543.20. And then allow up to the 15,000 for the curb modifications and everything. So it'd be about a total of 30,000 for the 2 crossings. Does that make sense?
Thank you. Chair will entertain a motion so we can discuss.
Mayor, I'll make a motion to approve the purchase of rapid flashing beacons from TAPCO in the amount of $22,543.20. In addition, also allow up to $15,000 to be used for the project out of the contingency fund.
Second.
We have a first and a second. Any discussion? Tim?
Mayor, I would just add that Public Safety Committee did review this and unanimously recommended approval.
Correct. Any other comments? Clerk will call the roll, please.
Gilson,
Yes.
Nelson,
Yes.
Tauschik,
Yes.
Hildebrand,
Yes.
Matsdorf,
Yes.
Shilsky.
Yes.
Pankwitz.
Yes.
Motion carried. Thank you. Item 7, Chair will entertain a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Second. We have a first and a second. All in favor, say aye. Opposed, the ayes have it. Thank you.